course, is to share ideas with each other and to meet other lovely women who sort of think the same way we do. It's so inspirational because I feel like I still have another, 50 years before I have to start competing in marathons. Because it's true. She started doing marathons actually in her 60s, I believe. So, which is, to me is just phenomenal. So it is absolutely incredible to have a woman of her stature here to talk to us. So she's the owner of a successful communications company. She's also a professor. She's an author of 4 books, one of which you have in front of you. Her latest book comes from personal experience. She is the co-author of Power Source for Women, Proven Fitness Strategies, Tools and Success Stories for Women 45+, an area that really could use some exploration. And she's going to share with us her personal fitness journey. I can't wait. Susan Summers, everyone, give her a hand and shake her right.
Thank you very much. So I have done 25 races in my 50s and 60s, including 2 marathons at 61 and 63. And my goal today is to inspire you by sharing some of my stories, some of my obstacles, and some of my successes in my fitness journey. My vision is to inspire women to achieve optimum health and fitness as they age. At the age of 16, I discovered smoking. I was short and chunky, and smoking, Diet Coke, and diets became my way of controlling my weight for the next 20 years. Does it sound familiar to anyone? Then in 1982, 4 major things happened in my life. I got divorced, I stopped smoking cold turkey, I started my own PR firm, and I gained 30 pounds. This is the way I would describe myself 10 years ago. I was very self-conscious of my weight. Remember I told you I gained 30 pounds. I was on a treadmill of speed. You can tell how fast I talk. Everything I do fast. I was all over the place. I lacked discipline, but the most important thing in the world, I was not able to set any long-term goals. I set short-term goals, but never long-term goals. So how about you? I'm going to ask you to turn to the person next to you and describe your current relationship with fitness. So I'll give you a few minutes. So my first and only win. So now you remember in 2002 I joined the YMCA, Northern YMCA, and in 2003 I signed up for 8 5-kilometers. The first one I did was the Beaches 5K. I did the race and I went home. And to my delight and surprise, I got in the mail 2 weeks later a pair of socks and a certificate that I had come in first in my age group. The first marathon took me 7.5 hours. I crossed the finish line, I got a medal. 50 people finished after me, and I went home, had some wine, and went to sleep. Okay? So remember that. My second marathon. It was also 7.5 hours, but at 18 kilometers, everybody turned left for the half marathon, and I turned right. This is the outcome of my second marathon. Hot sun, no washrooms, no music, no finish line. It was gone by the time I came in. No medal, and listed on the website as did not finish. My daughter Danielle was waiting for me at the finish line, and she said to me, "Mom, I don't think you should do this again. It's too stressful." And I said, "For who?" And she said, "For her." So 2 questions I asked women over 50, what keeps you from committing to fitness? And what would motivate you to commit to fitness? These were some of the answers that I got from women about what they were looking for. They were looking for role models. They were looking for women over 50, or women over 50, who had achieved something with fitness. They were looking for a support system, and I'll talk in a few minutes more about how you get a support system. They wanted the strategies and discipline to stay motivated. It's easy to start something, and it's very often hard to stay motivated. So what I'd like to do for the rest of the time I'm here is give you a preview of some of Power Source for Women. You've got 10 strategies on a sheet there, a handout, which you're welcome to look at home. But for now, what I want to do is go through 5 strategies that I think are key to becoming committed to fitness. Find your fitness passion. Tool number 3, build your accountability team. Please. Tool number 3, build your accountability team. I would say that this is probably the most important thing you can do. Who will encourage you to commit to fitness and to stay motivated. So here are some of the things that could happen. It could be a partner, it could be children, it could be a friend, it could be a colleague at work, it could be a gym, or it could be a personal trainer. And if any of you don't know about the running room, has free walks and runs every Wednesday night and every Sunday morning, and they're all over the country. And all you have to do is show up 6:30 on a Wednesday night, 8:30 on a Sunday morning, and join the people who are there. Celebrate. How do you celebrate when you achieve a goal in general? So, depending on what the goal is, what are some of the things that you might do? How will you reward yourself? And it's interesting, I think women often don't reward themselves, and especially for fitness. So for me, what I do is very often when I've achieved a really small goal even, or had a really good workout, I'll tell myself, that was really great, I did a really good job, because it's so easy to beat up on yourself about what you don't do, but it's so important to celebrate your successes. So for me, some of my rewards are a massage, a bottle of wine, a fitness getaway, a new outfit, whatever it may be, but try to figure out in what ways you can reward yourself and celebrate. Pass some of the time, but you know what I've realized about these races? It's not about your feet, it's really about your head. And especially when you're doing a half marathon and a marathon, it really is you just saying, I want to complete this. Well, thank you very much, and join our team. We have a booth out there. Come and join our team.